Hi all, I'm Prabhakar here from Talent Infinity Talks. Nice meeting you once again today. Hope everyone is doing good. Today we'll be covering the topic profile or resume writing tips. In the current job market, almost all the candidates are having a question whether the profile format is correct, whether the resume format is correct, or else the design of the profile is correct, font size in the profile is correct. So all these confusions are getting generated for all the job seekers, which is leading to several other confusions as well. So to give a clarity completely on this subject, we are covering this point today. The first and foremost important point in case of a resume or profile writing is that keywords or skills. Whenever you are writing a profile, okay, you should ensure that you are mentioning the right keywords or skills whichever you are performing as your roles and responsibilities. You should be capturing that as one word as well as in sentences wherever possible. For example, if you are a Linux expert, okay, so you know how to use Linux or the complete coding of Linux. So you should be mentioning in two areas. One is that you should list it like keywords. Under keywords, you should mention like Linux. And also in your project details, you should be explaining more about Linux, telling that hands-on experience in Linux projects and mentioning for each and every project that tool used Linux or coding used Linux, something like this. You should be writing it. Okay, and similarly for Python as well. Okay, obviously for Python again you will be using the coding skills, so you should be mentioning that. So keywords should be a separate area in a profile, and skills should be highlighted in each and every project which you have performed. So that is the difference, basic difference between keywords and skills. These are all for IT. Very few examples I'm just giving you. And similarly for mechanical, it is like CATIA. Okay, and for civil engineer, it is like steel engineer. Okay, and in case of a management studies, just for a simple example, I'm just taking like as a recruiter. And in case of a marketing, it's digital marketing. So you should be mentioning this kind of a keywords separately in a profile, like highlighting under a title as keywords, and also you should be capturing into the projects. This is where the recruiters from the corporate or else from the consultancy will be sourcing the profile, because from their end they'll be just entering the keywords, and your profiles will be reflecting if your keyword is matching with the keywords which has been given by them. Hence, the keywords are very much important. Ensure that you are mentioning all the keywords possible in your profile without fail. Also, mention it in an order wise, like whichever the key skills which are you mostly use, you mention that as first, and the second highly used, third highly used. So please give it in that order. Second, professional experience. See, professional experience will be covering about your projects whichever you have handled in case of an IT. Okay, and in case of non-IT, wherever the companies you have worked and whatever the technical projects you have worked, for example, mechanical engineer, if you are designing any product, in that case, like you can just capture that. Okay, and in case of a recruiter or a digital marketer, whatever the companies you have worked and roles and responsibilities you have handled in each and every company, you should be mentioning that, and ensure that maximum you are mentioning like 3 to 4 points for each and every company. Okay, try to compress it and make it important. Whatever the important points are there, I request you to just mention that only. That is more than enough for a professional experience. Third, achievements and accomplishments. This again plays a very dynamic role in case of a profile. So request you to please mention a separate area in your profile like achievements and accomplishments, and mention that I have won Pat on Back award for this project, and I'm the best performer continuously for 3 years, for not for 3 years, for 3 months, something like that. So, and wherever you got any certificate or something like that for being very proactiveness and whatever it is, request you to please capture that also. That is also a very, very important area wherever the recruiter will look into. Whenever the hiring managers are telling that we need a very talented resource from the market, very high performing candidates from the market, this area will be adding more value in case of a profile. Fourth is that education. So please mention your education in detail. For example, if it is a BE computer science, please mention like BE computer science completely. Many people will be mentioning like just BE. So we will not know like which stream you have been gone into this BE. Okay, or in case of any other qualifications also, kindly mention the full name along with the university. And if you're mentioning whether it is a full-time or part-time, that is also a good thing, okay, along with your scores. So all this will be adding more visibility to your profile. So I request you to mention the education also in detail. And next is that the contact information. See, this contact information is again very much important, and this is the last point. Many people may think that why am I telling this contact information even though it is a basic thing? It is basic, absolutely right, but we could able to see many candidates will be missing mentioning their name itself in the profile. In the eagerness of writing a profile, they are just missing writing their names, or else many candidates will not be mentioning their contact information like what to say like uh, their mobile number or else the email ID. So without name, mobile number, and email ID, it's impossible for anyone to reach you. Okay, so resume preparation is 100% important, but ensure that this basic contact information has been given correctly. And there are few profiles whereas they'll be mentioning only 9 digits of their mobile number, or else it'll be kind of 11 digits, whatever it is. So all these are leading to several confusions, and in those areas you'll be missing an excellent job opportunity. And moreover, you'll be missing plenty because many recruiters will not be having patience enough to uh, locate the right mobile number in alternative ways. If your data is not clear, then immediately they will be jumping to the next profile. So to avoid all this, request you to mention the contact information correctly. And last, that is 2 points to bear in mind. Key skills and content is important rather than design and graphics in the resume. As I mentioned, like focus more on key skills. That is 100% enough for you to get a right opportunity. Okay, so I request you to don't concentrate on design, don't spend money for designing a profile, don't give it to an expert telling that model resume and colorful graphics. All are literally not so much important. Whereas whatever you know, it should be literally written in the profile. Don't write something more which you may not know correctly. So to avoid the too much of questions which is may not be in favor during the interview. So request you to just keep this point in mind. So this is what is for today, profile or resume writing tips. So I request you to follow all these points. 100% you'll be getting an excellent opportunity quickly. And also I request you to please like and subscribe our channel, Talent Infinity Talks. Thank you, team.